Hello, hello, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Beverly. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to get started in just a few minutes. Can you go ahead and tell me if you can see me well and if you can hear me? Hey, Donna. I'm just asking if you guys can hear and see me okay before I go ahead and get started. Everything is, let's see what this says. Fine. Okay, cool beans. Thank you guys so much. All is good. I'm gonna have to bring this up on my phone so I can see the chat because it's not acting right. Okay, guys, welcome to Embroidery Monday. I am your girl Stephanie, aka Sassy Steph of Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter, and today we are finishing up Insect Garden Hanger by Sweet Pea Machine Embroidery. The link to the pattern is in the description box. You can go ahead and request it. Let me see if I can enter my welcome. Hold on one second, please. Okay. That should come up. So guys, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Of course, you know, your girl was busy working on a chicken coop. The girls are out there and they are thriving. They're doing everything that I was hoping that they would do, and they're thriving out there. So not to prolong the evening, I did do some homework. I did complete this portion of the hanger by putting these together. I have two more to add to this, so we're going to go ahead and add those to the bottom here. Okay. The next one I'll be adding is this cutie right here. It is the dragonfly. And just make sure that everything lines up. Yes, they are doing well in their new home. I was so panicked. I was so nervous about my girls. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up. I was like, babe, do you think they're doing okay out there? Do we need to walk out there? He was like, girl, they are all right. No, get well. He had to get up in a couple hours. He's like, girl, they are all right. I was just so worried. I was like, you sure nothing can get him? He was like, nothing. I know he was sick of me. But today we worked on what we made for them is a poop deck. So when they're roosting at night on their roosting bars, I made a board that sits up under the roosting bars so they can poop on it. And the only thing I would generally have to clean up is that area. And if they put some down on the floor of the coop, I can just, because I have sand in there, scoop it out like kitty litter. So we made the poop scraper today. We did that, and then we also closed in some holes Now we just have to go in with some caulking and close those holes up. Fill the run, not the coop, but the run with sand, and we will be finished. We will run electricity out there, but we're just gonna wait until after the heat is over. Right now I'm just pinning. We're waiting for this heat because these triple digits is kicking our butts. It's so cool what you and your husband have created for those cute chicks. Be proud, girl. I am so just, I think I'm in shock because we haven't built anything, especially to that scale. Now we did build our raised garden beds, um, but that's the only thing we've have, ventured out into building. And him and his friend did most of it. So I'm so godly proud of my husband and his friend. And I'm not going to discount the work that I put into it too, because I was out there with them. I might have been more of a supervisor. I might have been more in the supervising role, but I was out there with them, hot and sweaty. So, but they had did an awesome job, and I definitely do not want to downplay all the hard work that they put into this coop. Okay, we have another panel added. Let me go ahead and turn on my iron here. Take this out. And then when I open it, I just want to make sure that everything is lined up well. Put this back through. Just make sure that it lined up well, and there it is. And what I'm going to do now is it requests, not require, nothing is required in quilting and embroidery. Shouldn't be anyway, but sometimes I guess it is necessary. But they ask that we open up the seam, so that's what I'm doing. And I will press it open and then add the last one. And I am using my Teflon sheets because I don't want to, I know this is not a cotton thread for embroidery, so I just don't want to mess up the stitches. And tonight I will be using a different kind of thread on the top, and it's by Wonderfil. It's an invisible thread, so we're going to play with that too tonight. Okay, let's go ahead and add the last panel. And it would happen to be the very first one that I created. Okay, I see a little piece that needs to be cut off right here. Probably don't need to be doing this without white, but I think I got it. Okay. Oh, I think everything worked out so well with this pattern. And the one for next month, it says, "Hello, fall." It's so pretty. And I think we'll be able to get that one completed in 2 Mondays. I have to look at the pattern again. I try not to look too far in advance because I don't want to stress myself out. Hey, Susan. Beverly, did I say what was from? And Susan asks, what thread do you use for embroidery? I am a Madeira girl. Why? Because I like the price tag. I like the price tag, and I do get it from All Stitch. I get the spools that cost $3.29, and I think it has a beautiful, beautiful finish on it, and I really do like using them. Now I also use Isacord, and the only reason why I use Isacord is because my local quilt shop, that's the thread that they have. They also have Brother thread, but I haven't played with any of that thread. Have I? Yes, I have one spool. But I am definitely a Madeira Poly Neon Classic girl. Love that thread. And you cannot go wrong with the price. Even a large cone is only like $7 and some change. So I think it's wonderful. Now, if you're looking for something like with a super high gloss, you might not like this because it's not like super glossy. It is just a very nice muted. It has a muted gloss to it to me. Now, I see that chat is going. Oh, the pattern. I'm sorry. Yeah, this pattern is by Sweet Pea Machine Embroidery. The pattern is link is in the description box. If you're referring to the one that I'll be doing for next month, it says Hello Fall, it is also by Sweet Pea Machine Embroidery. And that one, oh, it's so stinking cute. But I'm hoping I can do it. I'm hoping I can pull it off in 2 days. Might have to be a little bit longer on here to accomplish that, or with a lot of homework. Oh, it turned out beautifully. Yay. The which pattern? It is the one that I'm working on now is by Sweet Pea Designs. No, Sweet Pea Machine Embroidery. And the one for Hello Fall is also by Sweet Pea. But Designs by Juju is my favorite place to get designs, because with them I can use my Embrilliant software. But with Sweet Pea Designs, they prefer that you not use any software. Now, I do believe I am going to use the software just to get to the point to get my colors. I just might just use the software and see what happens, because it's so much easier to have it programmed on your drive, on your jump drive, and you take it over there and then the machine will read it. And instead of me having to do like I did with my book here, my pattern here, when I had to go and when it came to the little panels, I had to write everything step by step. And that was kind of a pain in the patuka. But I did it because I wanted my stuff to come out right, But, oh man, this is the only one that did that. And you know what? I'm not going to take it out because my invisible stitches is going to cover it up. What happened is a little, just like 3 or 4 stitches showed up on the top here. Literally. I'm not taking it out. I'm not doing that. We're going to keep it moving. Keeping it moving. This is just to hang up here. The next step in doing this, once you have everything together, you have to make the loops that we're going to use to hang this panel. I've already made one because I needed to know how to do it. I had to cut your loop depended on what size panels you were making. I was making a 5x7 panels, therefore my loops will be much smaller than if I made the like 6x10. So I just needed to fold it in half the long way, and then I have to press it. Okay. It is so quiet in here since my babies are gone. I don't know how to behave. Then it asks that you sew a 1/2 inch seam so that's what I'm going to do. I did have a little piece. I need to get started making Christmas ornaments for this huge tree my husband bought for us. We went from a 4-foot tree to a 7-foot, and I want ornaments that I make for it. All right now. You know that's, wait, no, I have not made ornaments for a tree yet. But I do know that like our local shop here, she did some what is that standing lace, freestanding lace. Oh, she made a whole bunch of ornaments using that technique. I'm thinking I want to learn how to do it and bring it to you guys and try to figure it out. I'm thinking I want to do it. You know, my scissors. Oh, here you go. I'm thinking I want to try that. Have you guys tried it? Yes, Christmas is right around the corner. Ooh, please don't remind me. School started a couple weeks ago for us, but our private school started a couple weeks ago. Public school started today. Ugh, I do not look forward to Christmas. Okay, I need to open up this seam. I'm sorry you guys can't see this part right here, but I am opening up the seam for this. And then what I'm going to do is roll it back. So I had to open up the seam. And then what I have to do now is just open it so the seam part will be in the middle. And then iron it flat. Ooh, that looks really good. Because what I'm doing is making a tube. Okay, got that like that. Ooh, hot. I don't know if I bought an embroidery machine a few weeks ago. Okay. Hey, Ellen, I'm so happy that you're here, honey. She said, I've already downloaded a lot of ornaments like that, and I think they will be so pretty. I think so too. I want to make some of those, and I hadn't had the guts to try it just yet. Just yet. Okay, the next step I needed to do is I have it folded down. Okay, I need to turn it inside out. Now, because I should have had learned from the first one that I made, I didn't. I was supposed to have run and try to find a safety pin. I did not do that, so I have to do it the old school way. Just fold it down carefully and keep it coming down. Go like this, and then just pull it out. What I'm doing is turning it inside out because I was working on the wrong side of the fabric. Now I'm turning it inside out so I can make this hanger. I'm going to show you, Elle, in 1 second what the panel has turned out to be, or the wall hanging. Yeah, so guys, I am so shocked, okay, that your girl is getting these projects done, that girl, the truck is right here. I think this thing is in your way. You probably can't see it. Hold on 1 second, because I'm trying to do 2 things at once. You know, that's never good. That's never good. Almost there, almost there. Yeah. Get a safety pin or something that you can use, can turn this inside out. Here it is. My little tube for my hanger. I think this was in the way. Now I can get out of your way. There you go. Okay, now that I have that, I'm putting the seam back in the middle, and what I'm going to do is again press it down. I have to make some sleeves. I have 2 quilts that's already hanging on my wall. Your girl entered our local quilt show just for something to do, I guess. I don't know, because I am so nervous that I did that without, just really without thinking. I was like, girl, what was you thinking? Okay, and the only thing I'm going to do is top stitch down the 2 sides. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I entered these shows. And I'm supposed to be getting my numbers soon for the quilts. Each quilt has to have a hanging sleeve on it. And because the binding is all, they're already done, so I am having to figure out how I am going to create a sleeve for something that's already completed. Okay, that's that one. I mean, I know that people have done it before, so I just have to, and it doesn't have to be a permanent sleeve. So I'm gonna have to come up with something creative just to make the sleeves. Hi, Janine. Thank you so much for coming. So yeah, I entered these shows, and now, am I expecting anything? No, I'm just doing it for the excitement of actually doing it. Probably be my only time ever entering into something like that. This is the panel thus far. We have a butterfly and a caterpillar here. Let me stand up and get closer so you guys can see. Here is ladybugs and a butterfly. Here is a snail and a grasshopper. The dragonfly, and then the bumblebees. There you go. Okay, chair, don't go running away from me now. So Stephanie, you make it like a tube and hand sew it on. Okay. Oh Lord, hand sewing for real. What? I got a hand sew? Come on now. Have mercy. Okay. Now only the next thing it tells me that I need to do is to baste these two edges together. So I'm going to change my stitch length to a basting stitch length. Okay. Okay, I have both of my things here. It just said to iron it. If I drop it. Okay. Now I have both pieces here. Now it tells me to pin them both to the hanger. We decide to place the loops 2 inches from the border stitch of the hanger. This will depend on the type of hanger you are using. Stay stitch in place. Okay. Where's my ruler? It says 2 inches. Okay. Let's do this. 2 inches. Well, I think I'm going to put the center on 2 inches. I'm assuming that's what they mean. Okay. Pin in place. Yeah, they assumed a lot that I knew what I was doing on this. They assumed that I knew too much. Oh wow, I put that one right in the right place. Let me just move it up some. Baste it. Pin baste it, I should say. Now it says to stay stitch in place. Okay, let's do this. We're about to stay stitch, y'all. Take that pin out. Too. There. I just wanted to make sure that I had that in there, cut, and then now let's stay stitch the second one. Let's take this off. Yeah, my daughter did my nails yesterday, right? Now, mind you, she is a teenager and she just like doing nails on the side. She's not a, no professional. She liked to do the, she loved doing acrylic nails. Can't do acrylic on my nails. I'm sorry, I'm allergic to the glue. But let me tell you, she call herself, well, every time she do it, it never fails. I have to always keep my hands in clean, keeping my hands in water. When we were outside and working on the coop and stuff like that, so when I came and of course did a lot of hand washing, I was changing their water out. Next thing I know, one of them nails came lifting up. I was so mad because, I mean, we just got done them we just did them last night. I'm like, dang, on it, really? Just really? Okay, I do have my windows open on the other side, so I'm going to step off camera because the next step is I need to take the backing and I have to baste it. Now, and I'm going to use this spray and bond basting adhesive, and and when I use it, I use it sparingly. I do not get heavy handed with any kind of adhesive because I do not want it gunking up my machines or my needles or nothing like that. I just hit it just, enough for it to hold it. So give me a second. I'll be right with you. Hey Dave. Hey Rita. No. It's always, if you can't make it, y'all, you can't make it on time, it's okay. We always got replay, and I be trying to be in everybody chat as much as I can. And I know when I can't, if they have it on set for replay, your girl is gonna be on it. So excuse me, just one hot second. I just really did just walk away without that stuff, didn't I? That is so Stephanie. Oh, that is so Stephanie. Ooh, and I have quite a bit of this fabric left over. So I'm trying to use it where I can continue to, have a piece for my scraps. Let me grab this. Have you guys ever used this stuff? I haven't been I hadn't been like a big fan of it. And I'm thinking it's because I just don't use it enough. I think that's my problem. I just don't use it enough. Okay. Now I can come back and baste it down. Just give me a second. I'll do it from the back side. Let me see if anyone said yes, they use it. I bet you it's a lot of you guys probably use it. She said just got back and giving Sparky a snack. Am I stepping on it? Yes. Now the next step is I am going to be using my regular thread, my regular cotton thread for the bobbin, and I'm going to change out my top thread with a invisible thread, and it is by Wonderfil, and it is, the color number is it's Wonderfil Invisafil IF 105 is the number. That's my favorite one, though I have several of them because, believe it or not, that's the thread I use for foundation paper piecing, guys. Okay, everything is basted down, and I have to stitch in the ditch. Ellen says she has been stocking up on garden seeds. I can't wait to get back to my roots. Girl, as soon as that chicken coop started going up, I was like, okay, this got to take priority. When I tell you I miss gardening, oh my gosh. And at that point in time, I was having a huge issue with, hold on one second, with ants. Huge. I don't care what we'd never seen these kind of ants before. Stephanie, use the right hand, baby. We never seen these kind of ants before, and even our neighbor was like, well, they are having the problem too. So what was happening was they would get onto my vegetable, like my melons or my sunflowers, and coat them and suffocate my plants. I was not happy. I was not happy. So I had almost like kind of, honestly had given up because I was so devastated. You put all that work, everything started growing so beautifully. And next thing I know and these were not, they were a lot larger than the regular ant. But they weren't like, they didn't bite or sting or anything like that. They were just, the number of them, it was crazy. I'm like, where the heck these things come from? And they water, I tried to use as many natural chemicals I could to get rid of them, researching, trying to figure out how to. Nothing. We were trying some of everything, and they were not moving. Then when my husband came out there and at this point in time, they'd already done destroyed the plant. So he used something that he uses to, kill the fire ants and all that, because we have an abundant amount of those too. And because he's allergic to them. That was the only thing that got them things to even consider moving. And they just went somewhere else. So use some ammonia soap water and pour into their nest. Okay, we're going to try that. They really didn't have a nest. I don't see a nest. We never saw a nest. They were just coating our plants. Our plants, some of the flowers. They didn't get into like the raised beds. They just, the ones that were everything that grew up in out of the ground. And I'm like, dang on it. Oh, needle up. Okay. You know what? Let me go on and cut this. Okay, again, I am using my invisible thread for the top. And I am stitching in the ditch. Now I do have a stitching in the ditch foot, but I am going to try my best just to take it slow and not have to put it on. And I'm only stitching in the ditch for the in between the panels, and that's it. Once I get comfortable with it, I can do, speed it up just a little bit. But as of right now, your girl is, want to take it slow because don't want to mess up nothing. Okay, got one done. Okay, not bad, not bad. And again, this is Wonderfil and Invisafil. And I use number 105. Okay, lift up so I can be down in the middle. But yeah, and like I said, I use this for foundation paper piecing because I want my thread to be really, really thin, strong but thin. And it does well, regardless of your stitch length. That's what I like about it too. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're seeing the same thing. Guys, we only have, oh, wait a minute. See, this is this basting stuff right here. But I think I pulled it off when I did that. So it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Have you guys used this basting spray? Okay, let's see. There was one step that I didn't do, and that was to trim the edges of the all the way around if you felt like your blocks were uneven in any kind of way. I didn't feel mine were uneven, so I didn't do that. What kind of spray? This basting spray, it's the Heat and Bond spray basting. Have you guys used that? It is it's different. I hadn't used it a lot, and I was like, this is not for me. But I know I didn't like pinning. It was another one that they had out, and that stuff was so dang on strong. I think it was a 5. It's like 501, 505. I think it is. It's so strong, but again, you have to make sure that you are in a well ventilated area. I don't spray it inside my home inside my studio here. I did have the windows up and they will go down before I leave out of here for the night. Judy said, hi Judy. Hello, Awkward Quilter, Georgia. Just stopping by for a few. We'll smash the like button on the way. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Okay, we got one more. And Judy, thank you so much for coming by. Okay, we have the last panel section that I need to go ahead and stitch down. She says she prefers the 505. Okay, the 505. And see, and I can't compare other than that. And I'm hoping that the 505 had come out with, a lighter scent. Now, let me tell you, I have, because I'm going to be honest and transparent. I moved here in '06, and a lady sprayed it in a class that I had taken, so it had to been like in '07. And that was the last time I had any kind of interactions with the 505, because she tried to have all of us go see Jesus, because it was so dang on strong. Okay. Oop, you didn't cut. Did I not hit cut? There. Okay. Everything is basted down. It did beautifully on the back, so I'm happy about that. Next step. Moving it along. Creating the back by you know what? That would have been so funny if I realized that I had stitched my backing on the wrong way. I have done that before. Just have done it before. Now I need to trim the excess batting 1¼ inch bigger than the hanger. The extra fabric will be used for the binding. Okay. Okay, guys, we're almost done. We're making the backing fabric will be used as my binding. So it'll be self-binding. This one just, when I tell you this one just made the cut, it just made the cut. Just made the cut. Can I get over here? I am in a process. Well, we moved out. You guys already know we moved out the birds last night. The girls, they got moved out yesterday. So today we were moving out a lot of the garbage and stuff that was down because I've been getting packages out the Woohoo this over the weekend, and I said, okay, yeah, this stuff can go. And I generally try to keep my boxes until let me stand up until I know for certain that I will not be needing to return anything. Very good. That was, ooh, girl, you was on it with that one. You were on it, doggone it. When I tell you, I measured that thing out without having to trim on this side. What a blessing. What a blessing. So good. Did it say 1 1/4 or did it say, yeah, phew, that didn't say 3/4. So what I'm doing is just trimming, and I had to, for that one side, I had very little to trim. Okay, we're on our third side. Now usually I will have a big ruler to square. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just cutting. I'm trimming my one end a 1/4 inch away from the edge of the wall hanger. So I'm going around the whole quilt doing that. And then I'll be in the chat in just a moment, just in case you guys have questions. Okay. A bit more. There. Last side, last side. Okay. This is scrap fabric, and oh, I didn't get all the way down to the bottom here. And this is trash. Okay. Now, I just went around the whole entire quilt, leaving 1.5, 1 1/4, I'm sorry, inch away from the edge of the panel. And now I need to go ahead and press all the way around it. What I'm going to do is on my corners, fold in the corner like on a diagonal, and then I will take the edge of the backing and fold it over to meet the edge of the top of the wall hanging. So what I'm doing is just folding this down and folding this over, and then what's going to happen is we're going to bring it to the front like that. But I have to remember, thank you, Donna, I have to remember that I need to take that thread out. I gotta take that thread out. So, yep. So on a diagonal, the corners I do on a diagonal. Press it. Take the edge and bring the edge up to the edge of the quilted, well, embroidered wall hanging. It's probably easier just to do like if you're working on that one side, go ahead and fold over your corners together. You know, do one corner, then come back and do the other corner. And then when you fold it, you don't have to worry about it. Okay. There. So I'm going to show you my first corner. I took that corner piece and I folded it in, and then I brought up this edge piece to meet the edge of the hanger. And you have to do that, of course, to all 4 sides. So this, I believe, is called self-binding, because you're just turning the binding on, the backing all on itself. Now, I don't know how this is gonna work with this hanger piece, but we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure all this out. Oh, I do know. I think you're gonna have to do some more stitching on it too. I'm thinking we're gonna have to do some more stitching on it. Okay. Got side 2 done. Now we just have to press down the long sides, fold them over, press them down. What is your favorite binding method? I do like, the regular binding. I've only done this type of binding for these projects, small projects. I've done facing once, guys. That was so stressful, but it turned out so beautiful. In fact, one of the quilts that I'm entering into the show, the binding was done by facing. So, and I do try my best to make my binding first when I'm working on a project, because I don't know, when you're finished a quilt, you like, okay, the binding is one of the one things that it feel like it just always take forever. I'll quilt a quilt, like I quilted that one quilt. I still have to do the binding. Still have to do the binding. My weekends, my days have been so full. So now that the chicks are out of here, I can really concentrate on getting stuff done down here. Because honey, they put your girl on a curfew. They go to bed at a certain time, and they're like, you are disturbing the peace. But I know I'm gonna get some sleep tonight, because I had slept crappy last night. I was so worried about them. But I won't be worrying about their butt tonight. I know that they're going to be okay. I am really thinking about trying to get some kind of outside protector, dog protector. But I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Okay, now it tells me to clip. So that is it. Guys, that's gonna be pretty. That's gonna be it. You gotta just clip and then sew everything down. Okay, now when it comes to this corner, okay, we're about to see how this is gonna work. Because I'm following their directions on how to do this corner piece right here. Okay, y'all. This corner, I see it. I know it's me. It's me. I'm trying to figure out something here. Hold on. Let me see this. I'm trying to pin it. I'm thinking, was I supposed to do this part, the V after? I think that's what it is. I think that was it. Good night, Ellen. I am so sorry. Have you thought about an electric fence for your girls? I have, because they're right next to a wooded area. And it's the wooded area, then our ditch, and then we have a small brick wall because it was a barn right there, and then they're right there. So I've thought of that, especially to keep that dog next door out of my girl's way, because that dog is, when I tell you, a menace to society. He is a menace. I'm not sure what to do with these corners. I have that. I see. Oh, duh. Stephanie. That's when I make the put that back in there. That's where I make this at. I think I'm making this more difficult than I need to. And then it comes up this way, and then this one comes up this way. Okay. You can just try to make a nice pattern. Turn your bind in the corner of continuing from the same way you do. Yes, what I thought. Y'all. And I know I've done this. I done it on the, what quilt is the tree skirt. I've done this on the tree skirt. There. I knew I'll eventually get it. I just had to think about it. And I'm sorry it took a lot longer for me to think about it. There is my mitered corner. It's not a pretty mitered corner. I'm gonna have to come back to this corner, but something is not right with that corner. But yes. Okay, and then here, clip. What is my time looking like? Okay. Here, clip. I am frustrated with this mitered corner. For all of a sudden, I get a brain fart as to how to make sure that it looks right. That, oh, let's see. That's this one. I'm not liking these mitered corners. I'm not liking these mitered corners. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the edges and sit and think about these mitered corners. And it's funny because it feels so thin because it doesn't have a batting in it. It doesn't have a batting in it. It should it should keep animals out as long as there is food and water for the girls. They shouldn't try to get away. Okay. Yeah, because I know that they will have no water, food or water inside their coop. The their food and water will be on the outside. However, at night I'm going to close their food container. Because I watch so many homesteaders. I'm like, well, how you just leave your food out and nothing comes and get your babies or their food? That's what I'm curious about. Okay, now that miter corner look a lot better. I am not happy with how this mitered corner is looking, y'all. So what I'm going to do is, just like I said, I'm going to pin these. Sit and think about this before I stitch it down, because I know I feel as if I'm doing something wrong. And I'm looking at the picture. It's folded, but mine is not being that way. Mine is not gelling. And it's probably an angle thing. I might need to turn my book upside down or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. During the winter, keep the food and water inside the coop so we don't have to. Oh, you keep the food and water so you don't have to worry about the water freezing up on them. Okay. Now, I do know that they're going to it's a thing that I can put down in their waterer, that is electric, that keeps the water from freezing. So I am looking forward to that. Oh, but trust me, now that I know that you have chickens, I'm going to be all over you and Rita, asking a whole bunch of questions. Okay. Once I get the mitered corners, this is how it's going to look. I am not going to stitch it down right now because I am determined to make sure these mitered corners sit the way that they're supposed to. And I think because I'm online and feel like I'm rushing, that some reason it's not connecting on as to how to do this miter corner. I know how to do them because I've done them before. It's just that I haven't mastered it yet. So what I'm going to do again is sit with this and figure it out. And when I do, I am definitely going to be posting pictures that I got I figured it out. And I don't want to do it and have it wrong and have to end up taking out all of these stitches. I wouldn't want to do that to myself, and I want to be honest and let you guys know that no, I don't know how to do this technique. So I have to sit and figure it out. You guys have any questions or anything here? Because it is snowing, they won't go outside in bad weather. Okay, that's good to know. Our winters generally are pretty mild here. Now that I say that, we're going to have a horrible winter. And because I got chickens, we're going to have a horrible winter. I'm hoping that they'll do okay. We have a base we sit our water can on. Okay. I'm going to have to look into that. So, guys, if you don't mind, go ahead and give this girl a thumbs up on this live, though we are very, very close. I am very, very close to finishing this. I am calling it a finish, though I have to bind it. And again, the binding is going to have to wait because it's something about this mitered corner that I'm not getting, and I need to know and study this picture. Maybe I missed a step. It says the first fold, and I did that. Let me study this. So guys, until tomorrow when you see me on Long Arm Tuesday, we'll be starting the process of quilting the giraffe. I'm nervous about that, but I know that we can do it. So yeah, come back tomorrow night, guys. I thank you so much for joining me on tonight. I am going to sit and study this, and I'm going to have it done. And then, of course, you will see it when I post pictures on it here on YouTube. Of course, you know, your girl got to make a short on it, too. So, okay, until tomorrow, guys, be blessed.